Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Listening Practice. Today's story is called The Girl Who Wanted to Fly. This story will help you improve your English while teaching an important life lesson. Listen carefully. Let's begin. Emma was 10 years old. She lived in a small town near an airport. Every day, she watched the planes fly over her house. She loved the sound. She loved the shape of the wings. She loved the way the planes disappeared into the clouds. One day, Emma said, "I will fly a plane." Her little brother laughed. "Girls don't fly planes, Emma." Emma looked at him. "Yes, they do," she said, "and I will be one of them." That night, Emma looked up at the stars from her window. She smiled. She already knew what she wanted to do with her life. Years passed. Emma grew up. She was now 16 years old. Her dream did not change. She still wanted to fly. But life was not easy for Emma's family. Her father worked at a small shop. Her mother cleaned houses. There was not much extra money. One evening, Emma sat with her parents at the dinner table. "Mom, Dad," she said, "I want to become a pilot." Her father put down his fork. "Emma, that is a wonderful dream, but pilot school is very expensive. We don't have that kind of money." Emma's heart felt heavy. "So, I can't do it." Her mother took her hand. "We didn't say that, we just don't know how yet." Emma went to her room that night. She sat on her bed and thought about her dream. It felt very far away. But Emma was not a girl who gave up easily. The next morning, she made a decision. "If flight school costs money," she said to herself, "then I will find the money myself." Emma started working. She got a job at a small bakery after school. She woke up early. She worked hard. She saved every coin. She also studied. She read books about airplanes. She learned about engines, weather, and navigation. She even learned difficult words like altitude and turbulence. Her friends invited her to parties. Emma often said no. "Why don't you come with us?" her friend Sarah asked one day. "I want to," Emma said, "but I need to study. I have a big dream, Sarah, and big dreams need hard work." Sarah smiled. "You're a little crazy, Emma, but I like it." 2 years later, Emma was 18. She had saved enough money for her first flying lesson. Her hands were shaking with excitement. At the flight school, she met an old pilot named Mr. Collins. He had gray hair and kind eyes. "So you want to fly?" he asked. "Yes, sir," Emma said, "more than anything." Mr. Collins smiled. "Good, because flying is not easy. It takes courage, focus, and patience." "I have all three," Emma said confidently. Mr. Collins laughed. "We will see." Emma's first lesson was amazing. She sat in the small airplane. Her heart was beating fast. When the plane lifted off the ground, Emma felt something she never felt before: freedom. "This is it," she whispered. "This is what I was born to do." For the next year, Emma trained hard. She learned to control the plane. She learned to read the instruments. She learned to stay calm during difficult situations. But not everything went well. One day, during a training flight, strong winds hit the small plane. The plane shook violently. Emma's hands froze on the controls. "Stay calm," Mr. Collins shouted from the seat beside her. "Look at your instruments, trust your training." Emma took a deep breath. She remembered everything she had learned. Slowly, carefully, she brought the plane back under control. When they landed safely, Emma was shaking. "I was so scared," she admitted. Mr. Collins nodded. "Good pilots feel fear too, Emma, but they don't let fear control them. Today, you proved that." Emma felt proud, but her biggest test was still coming. At 20 years old, Emma was ready for her final pilot exam. If she passed, she would become a licensed pilot. If she failed, she would have to wait 6 months to try again. The night before the exam, Emma could not sleep. She kept thinking about every mistake she could make. The next morning, she arrived at the airport. Her hands were cold. Her stomach felt strange. The examiner, a serious woman named Captain Reyes, greeted her. "Are you ready, Emma?" "Yes," Emma said, though her voice shook a little. The exam began. Emma flew the plane through different maneuvers. She checked her instruments. She followed every rule she had learned. Then something unexpected happened. The engine made a strange sound. A warning light turned on. Emma's heart jumped. This was not part of the plan. "What do you do now?" Captain Reyes asked, watching closely. Emma remembered Mr. Collins's words, "Stay calm, trust your training." She checked the instruments. She followed the emergency procedure step by step. She found a safe place to land and brought the plane down smoothly. When the plane stopped, there was silence. Then Captain Reyes smiled. "That was a test, Emma. I wanted to see how you handle pressure, and you handled it perfectly." Emma could not believe it. "Did I pass?" "Yes," Captain Reyes said. "Congratulations, Pilot Emma." Tears filled Emma's eyes. All the years of hard work, all the sacrifices, all the difficult days, they were worth it. She called her parents immediately. "Mom, Dad, I did it. I'm a pilot." Her mother cried on the phone. Her father could only say, "We are so proud of you." Even her little brother, now a teenager, sent her a message. "I guess girls do fly planes." Emma laughed and cried at the same time. 6 months later, Emma flew her first official flight. She sat in the cockpit of a real airplane, wearing her pilot uniform. As the plane climbed into the sky, she looked out the window at the clouds. She thought about the little girl who used to watch planes from her bedroom window. That little girl had a dream, and that dream was now real. Emma smiled and spoke quietly to herself. "I told you I would fly." Emma realized something important. A dream is not a wish. A dream is a goal. And goals become real through hard work, patience, and courage. Remember, never stop chasing your dreams. Thank you for listening.